Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, Harriet Tubman. Yeah, Helen Keller. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. A bunch of white women that needed ear cochlear surgeries. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get this up out of here. And their family is playing with Hanifi, starting a bunch of bullshit that they started it, causing a bunch of chaos. All right, you guys. So, anyways, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Anyways, I apologize about that. My router died. So, they did something on Zoom where if your router dies or if you lose your internet connection, you have to start over again to get people to log back in and play with their credentials. It didn't work the way that they thought it was going to work. So let me just go ahead and start this right now. All day, crack and on meth, using the government's money to buy crack and meth and make it in laboratories or in apartments that they steal from different people of color. That's what the government got caught doing. And that's why Gavin Newsom's about to get, he just found out that they're going to do, what do you mean public execution, public punishment? Because the indigenous people ordered it. What are you talking about? He just found out everything. They have it all typed up. Thousands of pages of documents of their punishments. They just now found out. Good. Yeah, Drake crying all day, calling people, yeah, it's over. I didn't know that this was going to happen. Sounding stupid, lighting up the entire cartel by targeting certain daughters and playing hella fucking games with everyone's health hat and causing hella fucking chaos. Good. All these celebrities just found out all at once they're all going to prison. Why? People don't want us around? Oh, yeah, well, we shouldn't have been causing chaos like that, though, because we don't have to live their type of lives. Then the state had to pay for everything that we started with all the bodies and all this. Okay, I don't want to see that. I didn't know that they were doing that with rituals. I just thought that they were going to sleep peacefully. Oh, really? With your big ass forehead? Let me just stop talking about that. Let me focus on this. Oh, really? She persisted. Oh, Kim Jillian and finesse. You're about to find out about some persistence. Trust me, and some perspiration. That's all up in your food, sweat, and not feces, because that's too much with DNA. Maybe just a little bit here, and because they're obsessed with putting their feces in people's food now. That's what they got caught doing in mass in everyone's food supply, baby. So much so that the USDA has new standards for testing food. Ooh, and beef. Because I made it up in here. And I showed people this how you test if it's animal meat or human, because it's the aerobic and anaerobic inspiration and expiration. Because remember, asphyxiation servers, chemical servers, right? After talks about your clunkless surgeries. Good. And that's how that came out because I taught them you put this color dye together and this color dye together. Remember how you used to make this pills? It's really the color and the dye, not really the pill itself. People didn't even know that. People have been thinking for months and you didn't know that. I just took a Tylenol and I put this color on it and I was just, whoa, shake them dreads, right? Acting out. So now, when I came home, this was at 5:42 and this song just started playing because I was listening to Mike Sherm at the bottom. I was like, okay, is this just like a regular playlist that I have for like the gym? And I was like, oh, okay. Ooh. And that was just like, I feel like it's not cliche. It was just so timely. Thank you, my brother Ermias. By the way, there's somebody heavily involved in Ermias's murder, and she was born June 13th. She's a Gemini. Yeah, and that's what that USC newspaper was about. With the 6 and the 13, it was about her. She's about to find out in a minute. Good. So then I said, oh, okay, thank you for leaving me messages, but what's this for? Oh, because you're about to try to make it seem like they weren't involved, and I didn't even know about this, but your story. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? You're the one that started this. Um, now I was out and about today and I saw this car and said lethal injection. I said, oh, okay. But am I tripping or not though? CJ's attempted father or nah? But am I tripping or not though? But didn't I not say that you have to take those babies back to Escott now? Take those babies back now. I don't want to hear nothing about your clunkla, anything this week. All those babies now, or I'm gonna open up something so wicked. You're gonna wish that the word teleportation never even reached your consciousness. Do you know why there's no teleportation on the planet? That's what they were trying to sell. Like, oh, you'll be able to teleport and hyperport and do this and do that and look at this and look at that, and we have a patent on this, and she has no idea. And do you know why there's no teleportation on the planet? Because they used it to start slavery. They were moving people back and forth. So teleportation in this whole universal subset all the way up to 888 is turned the fuck off. You need an Akasha for that. And you have to go from place to place to place. You just can't teleport from one planet to another. There's gateways and junctions. They never told you that. How do you think they built something from Mars to Massapequa? They planned it though. If you do this with teleportation, it'll get turned off. Then we can make copies of all their stupid, goofy bitches that have sex with their kids in space. They're all white. Playing with goofy bitches that got banished because they started slavery in another body. And then another body, and then another body, and then another body. Okay, cool. So then, when I'm actually, right, I was listening to Hector Lavoe, and then I came over this place, and it's called Lavoe Say Music. Lavoe Say, though. This is going to come up again. Something's going to happen this week with Willie Colon, Fania All-Stars, Celia Cruz, their family. And there's something called Celia Cruz Street down on Hollywood Boulevard. There's somebody whose stores are over there. And I was trying to tell the cartel, this is a major hit. It's by Taco Bell. Yeah, it's major. It's imperative that you go tonight before they close. Thank you. Yes, thank you, singer. Of course, you work in the cartel. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting business. So then, finding a bunch of Florida plates, because Katy, Texas, Dallas, Texas, you know those different environments, because they went robbing and shooting and looting and stealing and starting hell shit with that Florida beauty, which Drake kidnapped a little high priestess from the cartel and did something very treacherous that got a lot of people knocked. You have to understand, you're just one person. If you play with one person and you get killed, then what's that mean? You're not here to talk about who survived and who didn't. That's the entire point. So you're playing in the cartel and like, oh, well, they're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. You think that a rat like Belcalis is going to play with me and I'm 6'2" and she's shitting on niggas and she's going to go do sex work and she's doing anal and playing games like that, and the bitch Robin that's getting sexed when she's pregnant by like 4 white men at a time because she's playing on their computer? Do you think that a bitch like me is gonna? You have to understand. That's why you're going to jail all at once. They just found out that there's gonna be public executions. People are really getting fucking hit by indigenous communities, and their military is about to take over the United States because they have no money. Good. They spent it on 5115 people so they can steal their Hellcat. Good. Now something else. I was in the Uber too. I pull 4, pull 8 all the time. Look at this. It says Linux. Why would it say, ooh? Because remember, you get the license plate, right? And then you feed it to a child. And then, oh, okay. And then you feed a child a bunch of medals. And then you rape the child, right? And then now I can code. Now you can code. So now people have found out what these motherfuckers have been doing with these license plates. Right. But weren't we just talking about operating systems? And I said, Rubber Band Wrist, we're going to have a Rubber Band Wrist part 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, and Sachet and Twirl, and 5 and 6, and 7 and 8, and Rubber Band Wrist, and 7 and 8, and 9 and 10, and 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Right? I pull 4, pull 8 all the time. 2, 4, 8, and 9. That's how you do indentations in Linux and Unix. Thank you. They don't talk about that. Their syntax. Thank you so much. Go this. I don't want to hear anything else. You come near me with one more white woman, one more, you're going to see what you want to see in LA. And you're trying to test somebody to bring him out. He's not across the border. He's sitting right there. He works at the grocery store. That's why everyone keeps on showing you that. Oh, I thought that, no, he works at the grocery store. That's why you keep on seeing certain things on sale and certain things. Why is they discounting all of this? And why isn't this? Oh, I didn't know that. Do you notice when you walk into that grocery store who works in the sushi department? Do you notice who's working in the butcher department? Are you stupid? Return those aguachiles. I know exactly what you're doing. And now, the last thing I'm going to say is shout out to Tacos 1986. That's one of my favorite taco spots. And Real Tacos in Atlanta. That's one of my favorite taco spots. And Flacos Tacos. That's one of my favorite. And when I say Flacos, I'm saving $20 for Flacos because that's how much I'm about to spend at Flacos. That's how you know you're greedy. But that's how you know that you're involved in the community. It's up to you. 3 cartels I would even say cartel communities, right? They just do tacos, they just do food because you guys tapped them and you did all this stuff. How did we find out who was playing games with aguachiles? Because they're the only ones who get aguachiles. Why? Because it's because of their picante and their salsa. How the fuck did you figure that out? Because remember I'm a fat nigger bitch, so I'm like, oh, I've had this before. So now we know who's been playing, because who in between knows all of those businesses from Atlanta to LA to the Bay? Now you know how everyone's Hellcat's been getting stolen. Who's the one person